Howdy folks, welcome to another episode of Stanley and the Sea Can. This is early January 2025. I had a whole bunch of fun videos of things to show you, like new integrated uppers for the FX9 with shell deflectors, and there's a dust cover version as well, but that's pretty much trash now, thanks to our friends in Ottawa. Well, why don't we look at some fake cans? Those seem to always be a popular selling item. So this is our latest, greatest fake can style. It's got a kind of an interesting look with a fake nut on the end. And if you see one of these in the used market and you want to grab it, well, you can tell the threads is typically correct. There's the forward style and reverse style. So these things have nothing inside of them, right? You can see through, there's just nothing in there. This would be the forward style because the threads are on this end. And the reverse style would be this one. The threads are on this muzzle. So this is going to make your barrel look longer with a forward. About how to install one of these things so it times nicely. So here's just a random barrel with the 5/8 threads. This is actually a TNA 300 blackout barrel left over from the WK days. If we go to thread this on, we know we have our barrel extension pin to indicate the top of the barrel. So we thread her all the way on. Nice long threads there. And boom. So we've maxed out, it's tight, but our writing is facing vertical, straight up, which is, less than ideal. You probably want it to be on the side so someone can see it. So typically what you have for options would be a crush washer, or we sell these rubber O-rings to fill in the space. So the crush washers are great. You put them on there and you crank them in, they bend into position. However, these fake cans are made of aluminum, so you'd probably mar the back face and cause some damage there. So what I like to do is use these rubber rings, and these ones are reusable, whereas the crush washers, once you crush them, they're no good. So once we install this is a 18.5 inch barrel, by the way. We'll kind of get ourselves in there and yeah, squish her in, and there's our top dead center, and so we can see it's top there. And now we angle it like this, and you can see we've got our 18.5 inch barrel with an extra, say 5.5 inches sticking off the end. So it looks like we've got some sort of super long DMR type setup here. So conversely, we can put on the reverse style, and then we'll take away about 5 inches. So we still have a non-restricted length barrel here. And now when we thread this on, our muzzle, I'll show you in a second, the muzzle will come right out to the end, right there. So you don't have to worry about anything interfering with our projectile path and whatnot. Then the same thing, here's the top dead center. It's a little bit out, so we can just turn it a bit, squish that O-ring, and boom, there we go, lined right up. So now that same 18.5 inch barrel looks as though it's about 13 inches long, right? And yeah, we get away with that in Canada. So the crush washers, the metal ones, you can use, like I said, if you had a substantially bad timing system, like it's just a little bit high like that, and you need to go almost a full revolution around it to get it to time where you want. The crush washer will crush so much and it'll expand as it does, and it could jam on the inside of one of these things. This one's pretty wide open and clear, you can see. We've got room in there for any barrel up to about 8.75 diameter probably. But it's still possible in extreme situations where the crush washer will jam and bind in there, and then you can't get it off. It kind of jams up. So that's never been an issue with these rubber O-rings. Let me say here, we've got the fake cans, look great on the barrels. They come in the 5/8 24 threads and the half 28 threads. So typically the half 28 is for your standard 22 cals firearms, and the 5/8 is typically for a 30 cal, 6.5 as well in there. And these are good for pretty much anything you can think of: rim fire, center fire, AR-10 platforms like 308s, all that kind of good stuff. It handles all that. We have a few different styles of these this year. We're going to be launching a couple more that they're far more less symmetrical than a round one. So we're going to have some interesting timing issues. So we're going to be releasing better versions of these as well that are maybe like a plastic crush washer or a stack of them that we can time. And as well, our friends at Precision Armament have stacking discs, which we can use to take up some space in there as well. Can't talk about FX9s, which kind of sucks because we had this whole product launch ready to go. This is, of course, just a rough one, but yeah, that's where we're at with that. So let's just stick to what we can have right now, right? So fake cans make your gun look shorter and have a kind of coolness factor to hide these longer barrels. Yeah, you can put a forward style on an SKS even. We'll be releasing an adapter of some sort that kind of clamps on the end of your barrel, or you can thread the end of your SKS barrel. If you do that, you want to make sure that the clamp-on style, you want to make sure you have lots and lots of clearance in there for a 30 caliber projectile, because you don't want the projectile to strike the inside of the can, right? Because you'll start doing keyholes and such on the targets. So yeah, that's where we're at with the fake cans for now. You know, we're always curious what you guys are interested in. So do you want more fake cans like this, where we have like just kind of a round body, a nice big open hole for many different barrel sizes, and you know, some kind of fake lines on the front that look like it's the screw to lock in the baffles? Maybe comment yes if you want more of these round ones. And if you want something that looks more boxy, like the suppressors that the Marine Corps is using right now, maybe comment on this Marines, and we'll get an idea of what you guys are after and what to design and make next. Thank you so much. That wraps up this episode of Stanley and the Sea Can. There's no gophers down there.